In a peaceful corner of a lush, green forest, there lived a tiny troll named Thistle. Unlike the big, grumpy trolls that many tales spoke of, Thistle was a gentle soul, not much bigger than a teacup. His home was a cozy little burrow beneath a giant oak tree, and he spent his days wandering through the magical woods, discovering hidden wonders and helping his woodland friends. One chilly autumn morning, Thistle awoke to a blanket of sparkling frost covering the ground. As he stretched his tiny arms and legs, he marveled at how the sunlight made the snowflakes glitter like tiny stars. It was a special day in the forest, and Thistle could feel that something extraordinary was about to happen. After breakfast, Thistle decided to visit his favorite spot, a tiny forest bench made of moss and twigs. It was nestled in a secret glade, surrounded by towering trees whose leaves were just beginning to turn vibrant shades of red and orange. Thistle loved to sit on the bench and watch the forest come alive with the changing seasons. Today, the bench seemed to shimmer with a magical aura, and Thistle's curiosity was piqued. As he approached, Thistle noticed a soft, colorful glow emanating from beneath the bench. He knelt down and gently lifted the bench with all his might, revealing a glowing crystal nestled in a bed of soft moss. The crystal was unlike anything Thistle had ever seen. It was a deep, rich blue and seemed to pulse with a gentle, rhythmic light. "How beautiful!" Thistle whispered in awe. He picked up the crystal carefully, feeling its warm, soothing energy. He wondered where it had come from and what secrets it might hold. As Thistle admired the crystal, a delicate fluttering sound caught his attention. He looked up to see a tiny rainbow butterfly dancing through the air. Its wings shimmered with all the colors of the rainbow, and it seemed to be beckoning Thistle to follow. Intrigued, Thistle carefully tucked the glowing crystal into his satchel and followed the butterfly as it flitted through the forest. The butterfly led Thistle deeper into the woods, to a part of the forest that he had never explored before. The trees here were taller and more ancient, their branches weaving together to create a natural canopy overhead. The air was filled with the sweet scent of blooming flowers and the gentle rustling of leaves. Eventually, the butterfly guided Thistle to a hidden grove, where the sunlight filtered through the trees and cast a magical glow over everything. In the center of the grove stood a magnificent fountain made of crystal and adorned with intricate carvings of woodland creatures. The water in the fountain sparkled like liquid diamonds, and Thistle could see that it was enchanted. The rainbow butterfly settled on the edge of the fountain and fluttered its wings, as if inviting Thistle to take a closer look. As Thistle approached, he noticed that the water seemed to be swirling in a pattern, forming images of magical scenes from the forest's past. He could see the ancient trees growing tall, the first snowfall of winter, and even the first appearance of the tiny trolls who had once lived in the forest. Just then, a gentle voice echoed through the grove. "Welcome, little troll. I have been waiting for you." Thistle looked around, but he couldn't see anyone. "Who's there?" he asked, his voice trembling slightly. "Do not be afraid," the voice said. "I am the guardian of this enchanted fountain. I have been watching over the forest for many centuries. You have been chosen for a special task." A shimmering figure began to materialize above the fountain. It was a beautiful fairy with sparkling wings and a kind smile. "I am Alara, the guardian of the crystal fountain. The crystal you found is a key to a great adventure, and the tiny rainbow butterfly is your guide." Thistle's eyes widened in amazement. "An adventure? What kind of adventure?" Alara nodded. "The enchanted forest is in great danger. An ancient spell has been cast that is slowly draining the magic from the land. The only way to restore it is to find the 5 magical items scattered throughout the forest and bring them to the heart of the forest, where the spell can be undone." Thistle's heart raced with excitement. "What are these magical items?" Alara smiled. "The first item is the glowing crystal you have already found. The second is a tiny rainbow butterfly that you must follow to find the next item. The third is a sparkling snowflake that can only be found during a snowfall. The fourth is a magical leaf that changes colors with the seasons, and the fifth is a hidden charm buried deep beneath the ancient oak tree." Thistle nodded, determined to help save the forest. "I will find these items and restore the magic. Where should I start?" Alara gestured to the rainbow butterfly. Follow the butterfly, and it will lead you to the next item. Remember, you are not alone. The forest creatures will help you along the way. With a grateful nod, Thistle set off once more, following the tiny rainbow butterfly through the forest. The butterfly led him through winding paths and over babbling brooks, always keeping just out of reach, but never out of sight. As the sun began to set, the forest was bathed in the golden hues of twilight. The rainbow butterfly guided Thistle to a serene clearing where the first snowfall of the season was beginning. The sparkling snowflakes fell gently from the sky, creating a magical blanket of white. Thistle looked around for the sparkling snowflake Alara had mentioned. He knew it had to be special, and he was determined to find it. As he walked through the snow, he noticed that some snowflakes seemed to sparkle more brightly than others. He carefully examined each one, but none of them seemed to be the magical snowflake he was searching for. Just as Thistle was beginning to feel discouraged, he saw a particularly radiant snowflake drifting down from the sky. It shone with a brilliant light and seemed to sparkle with all the colors of the rainbow. Thistle reached out and caught the snowflake gently in his tiny hands. As soon as he touched it, the snowflake began to glow even brighter, and a soft, melodic chime filled the air. Thistle felt a sense of warmth and happiness wash over him, and he knew that this was the magical snowflake he had been searching for. With a snowflake safely tucked into his satchel, Thistle continued his journey through the forest. The rainbow butterfly continued to lead him, guiding him through the heart of the forest and towards the ancient oak tree. The oak tree was a majestic and imposing sight, its gnarled branches stretching high into the sky. Thistle could feel the ancient magic of the tree as he approached, and he knew that the hidden charm was buried somewhere beneath its roots. Thistle carefully searched around the base of the tree, looking for any signs of the hidden charm. He dug gently with his tiny hands, sifting through the rich, dark soil. After what felt like hours of searching, Thistle finally uncovered a small, intricately carved wooden box. With a sense of anticipation, Thistle opened the box to reveal a delicate charm made of woven vines and adorned with tiny, glowing crystals. It was the final magical item he needed for his quest. With all 5 items safely gathered, Thistle made his way back to the enchanted fountain. Alara awaited him, her shimmering wings glowing with excitement. "You have done well, Thistle," Alara said with a warm smile. "Now, place the items in the fountain, and the spell will be broken." Thistle carefully placed the glowing crystal, the rainbow butterfly, the sparkling snowflake, the magical leaf, and the hidden charm into the fountain. As he did, the water in the fountain began to swirl and glow with a brilliant light. The enchantment that had been cast over the forest was lifted, and the magic began to flow freely once more. The trees grew even taller, the flowers bloomed more brightly, and the forest creatures danced with joy. Alara beamed at Thistle. "You have saved the forest, little troll. Your bravery and kindness have restored the magic to our home." Thistle felt a sense of pride and accomplishment as he looked around at the revitalized forest. "I couldn't have done it without the help of the forest creatures and the guidance of the rainbow butterfly." Alara nodded. "The forest is forever grateful for your help. As a token of our appreciation, I have a special gift for you." With a wave of her hand, Alara conjured a beautiful, glowing crystal pendant and placed it around Thistle's neck. "This pendant will allow you to communicate with the forest creatures and call upon their help whenever you need it." Thistle thanked Alara and bid her farewell, feeling a deep sense of gratitude for the adventure and the friendships he had made along the way. As he made his way back to his cozy burrow, he couldn't help but smile at the thought of all the magical experiences he had had. From that day on, Thistle continued to explore the enchanted forest, always ready for new adventures and eager to help his woodland friends. The forest thrived once more, and the magic that flowed through it was a testament to the bravery and kindness of a tiny troll who had saved the day. And so, the tiny troll and the enchanted forest lived happily ever after, with the magic of the land shining brightly for all to see.